official from one of the other bidders say last week in response to a question from a restaurant reporter that there was no need for their casino bid to talk about a restaurant because no casino would open before 2016. Well, we respectfully want to disagree with that, and we're here to talk specifically about how we could very easily and reasonably open early, way before 2016. In fact, 6 months earlier than any of the other bidders. So that's what we're here to talk about today. We have people from LF Driscoll in the back who will be able to share with you later on in the program. These are our construction management people from here in Philadelphia, and they'll be able to share with you just how feasible it is for us to be able to move on that 9-month schedule and be open way before anybody else can do so. Having that building as the place where the casino will be housed gives PHL Local Gaming an advantage in terms of the timeline. So if you already got that building, you don't need to start from the ground up. That's the advantage.
What we'd have to do is come in and we'd have to put in a whole new foundation system. There'd be some woodwork, foundations. We'd have to order steel, which has a long lead time to it. That's all here and built already, so we could almost start fit-out work immediately. That's a huge advantage.
So if you had to start the question about weather sensitive for the winter conditions?
Absolutely. We've got the structure and enclosure already done, so weather is not going to affect us like an out-of-the-ground building. I think just from a standpoint of having a building already here and being able to start this job, we can hit the ground running and start fitting it out for slots almost immediately. And there is a real opportunity here for expansion in the future as well. We're going to start out with a number of slots and then we can jump that considerably just with the land that's already here. So we can expand quite substantially.
It's not a phased development. What we're doing is an accelerated opening. As when the first part of the casino opens up, we're going to continue developing around. We're going to have the ability to expand out to the maximum 5,000 slots if the market dictates it.
The fit-out work is actually the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems that would go in to support the new casino. It would also be things like interior, drywall, ceilings, floors, all the finishes that we would normally see in a new building.
This is a diagram of Building 5, which we were just in. This would be retrofitted, and we'd be opening this in the 9-month time frame. This is the outline of the area that Mr. Procacci is devoting to the casino project at the present time. This is all owned by the Procacci family. Where the Casino Revolution logo is, that's where Building 5 is. That would be our early opening. This gives you an idea of the accelerated opening, how it would fit into the overall footprint of the project. We'd be opening on the accelerated basis with 1,350 slot machines, 55 table games, and within the following 6-month time period, we'd get up to our full 2,400 slots and 105 table games. And from there, we would expand as the market dictates. Because of our footprint, we are one of 2 competitors in this competition that can expand up to the 5,000 slot machines that Pennsylvania permits as the maximum. That would have a huge, huge economic impact on the state and on the city here. Hey, Rick, can you come up and sort of take us through the architecture here?
Sure.
A little bit of background on yourself.
Sure, I'm Rick Gardner, Senior Partner with MENAC Nova Group Architects. We're based in Memphis, and we do hospitality and gaming all over the country. A little bit about the design of the project. As John said, the design is really based, the planning is based upon the advantage we have of starting with Building 5. And so everything works
works around that. The board just to the right of the rendering shows the rectangle of Building 5. Something very important that we're doing on the design side is we're doing a new piece in the very beginning, the kind of parallelogram shape in the porte-cochere along with the early opening. This is very important for the customer experience. What we want to do with an accelerated phase is not make it temporary, but we want the guest experience to be the ultimate final experience. So what you see in the rendering there is the porte-cochere that will be opened with this accelerated phase, and it is the final porte-cochere and the final entry experience for the customer. So you don't have to make a transition once you go from the 1350 slot casino to the 2400 slot casino. You can see the tower over there that John talked a little bit about. The tower itself can be very iconic and become a landmark because of its position at the corner of Broad and Patterson and the relationship it has to the interstate expressways around the site. You can see this thing from no matter which direction you're approaching. So the building itself and the silhouette will become almost logo-esque and become associated with Casino Revolution as almost a logo. This rendering shows the lobby of the hotel, high-end, 4-star plus. It's what I would call an elegant modern. And when we talk about modern for casino design, we're not talking about minimalist or stark. We're talking about richly layered modern and well executed for high quality. And that's what this is about. Although in some of the food and beverage venues and hotel rooms themselves, they're going to be much more comfortable and more on the traditional leaning side than the public spaces of the casino. This is a rendering of the lounge area of the Italian restaurant. And again, the design is rich. It's going to have the color and palette of an Italian restaurant. It's going to lean towards traditional. And this is a rendering of the interior of the steakhouse. Some of the images we're deriving things from have to do with the waterfront, the richness of actually the warehouse that we're going to be renovating for this facility itself. So one of the things we want to do with all the venues is make sure that a customer can have a different experience every time they come to the place. It's just not the same old thing. So everything has its own identity. And way beyond design is, as you know, the operation, the service, the way you're treated when you come as a customer is extremely important. And this is a rendering of the buffet. And
This is really a snapshot of what the accelerated opening would mean to the city of Philadelphia, the Commonwealth, and to the local economy.
We've got added property taxes, gross payroll. And we've got an indirect and induced payroll, the spin-off effect, primarily of $15 million of goods and services that we'd be purchasing in that initial 6-month time period. There'd be 600 jobs, full-time jobs created. This is an advantage that is unique to PHL local gaming. No one else can do this.